If you're a fan of baseball, basketball, or football cards, we have you covered in today's show because there are cards from all three major sports that have been going up a lot. But which ones are up the most? We'll tell you now. Hello, sports card investors, and welcome to another Top 5 Tuesday, and welcome to the most glorious time of the year. It is March Madness. And my Florida Gators are a number one seed. And look, I know all of you out there watching are a fan of some team, and I know you know what it feels like when your team has been down for a while and then you kind of have a breakthrough year. Hopefully you know what that feels like at least. Maybe, if you're a fan of certain teams, maybe not. But plenty of teams have had that experience. This is the year that I'm getting to experience that for my Gators. It's the first time in 11 years that we are a number one seed entering the NCAA tournament with so much hope. This is a great week for me. I am just so excited about what is ahead. But of course, that's not what we're actually here to talk about today. We're here to talk about the top 5 cards. And today's top 5 is sponsored by Whatnot. Whatnot has awesome live auctions every day and night starting at just $1 for packs, boxes, breaks, singles, and more. It's a lot of fun. And if you scan the QR code on your screen or use this special link in our show description below, you'll get $15 in free credit when you sign up for Whatnot. Okay, let's start today's show by taking a look at the overall sports card market with the Market Pulse by Market Movers over the last 7 days. Hey, look at this. The SCI 500 index of the 500 most prominent sports cards is up again. This week, it is up 0.9%. Over the last 30 days, the SCI 500 index is up 2.9%. And since January 1st, it is up 3.8%. Yes, the sports card market is hot, even though the stock market, not so much this year. But sports cards, hey, they're going up. So we can be pretty excited about that. But now let's talk about the cards that are going up and down the most. It's time for today's Top 5. We're starting today with a cold card as we do every week because it's a reminder that sometimes the hot cards featured on this program can quickly turn cold, and that is exactly what happened with De'Aaron Fox's cards. Yes, the guard for the San Antonio Spurs. Look, it wasn't very long ago that we were all so excited about De'Aaron Fox coming over to the Spurs and pairing with Victor Wembanyama. That was a big trade that happened, seems like yesterday. But since that happened, luck has not been on the Spurs side. Now both Victor Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox are out for the remainder of the year. Fox suffered a finger injury during training camp, but continued to play through it even after being traded to San Antonio back on February the 3rd. And despite this setback, he averaged an impressive 19.7 points and 6.8 assists per game. But ultimately, he has now been sidelined. So he's done, Wemby's done, and unfortunately the Spurs are done, most likely, and now they just have next year to look forward to. That's not going to be great for De'Aaron Fox's card prices. It's not great. Look here at Market Movers and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is De'Aaron Fox's 2017 Prism Silver PSA 10 card. We're going to look at his 2017 Prism Base PSA 10 as well as his 2017 Optic base card and PSA 10, and we're going to look at his Optic red and yellow. And over the last 30 days, you can see all of these just falling on that chart. Since all of the bad things have happened to the Spurs, these are down anywhere between 19% and 46%. Over the last 30 days, his Prism Silver PSA 10 from 2017 has dropped from $223 down to $130. His Prism Base was around $40. Now it's around $26. His Optic Base in PSA 10 has dropped from $42 down to about $23. And then finally, his Optic Red and Yellow PSA 10 dropped from around $48 down to $39. Man, sad days here for Fox and Wemby and the Spurs. Hopefully next year will be better. But now let's talk about cards going up, and this week it is going to be Kobe Bryant. And specifically, it's going to be Kobe's 1996 Skybox Z-Force, Z-Pete, Zabu card. Yes, all of the Z's. This is actually an iconic Kobe card. I'm going to show it to you here in just a second. And of course, you guys know Kobe, one of the most iconic and decorated players in NBA history. Absolutely incredible work ethic, tenacity to levels never seen before. He played 20 different seasons in the NBA, all with the Lakers. And during those 20 seasons, he made 18 All-Star teams. Incredible. Of course, won 5 NBA championships as well, and was the NBA Finals MVP twice. What a career for Kobe. Rest in peace. A legend lost way too early. And of course, a lot of people remember Kobe through his cards. So this is the card we're talking about. This is the 1996 Skybox Z-Force Z-Pete Debut card. And this is it's a really attractive Kobe rookie card and a very rare Kobe rookie card, especially in high condition, because this card in PSA 10 is a total population of just 18. And even in PSA 9, it's a total population of just 24, which means it doesn't sell very often. Recently, we've seen a sale of this card in both PSA 10 and PSA 9 here within the last couple of weeks, and they both were huge sales compared to where they sold. You can see how that graph has taken off. Now, once again, only a few sales of each of these cards in these different grades over the course of the last year. But when you have a rare card like that sell, I mean, look at the jump that occurred. So if you go back a year ago, the price of that 1996 Z-Force Z-Pete Debut PSA 10 Kobe was a little bit over $7,000. And the big sale that just occurred, $14,400 about a week ago. And a PSA 9, same story. Go back a year ago, that card was about $3,300, and it just recently sold for $7,200. So both the PSA 10 and the PSA 9 have doubled over the course of the last year. Now, there's only been one sale of the BGS 9.5 over the last year, but that sold for around $10,000 back in January. Very nice to see some of Kobe's rare cards getting a lot of respect in the sports card market. All right, but now let's talk about players playing today, or at least players who hope they will soon play today, and that is the case in the number 5 spot today with Sebastian Walcott, the young up-and-comer for the Texas Rangers. Sebastian Walcott is just 19 years old, but many see him as one of the future stars of Major League Baseball. He is a shortstop for the Texas Rangers, and he actually had the opportunity to play with the big league ball club for about 3 weeks before he is now headlining the Rangers Spring Breakout Club going forward. He was signed, by the way, for $3.2 million out of the Bahamas in January of 2023. He's the number 1 prospect in the Rangers system, and I believe the number 17 prospect overall in all of baseball. So there's a lot of hype around him and a lot of people that think he can deliver, and that means his card prices are going up. Let's take a look here in Market Movers at a few of Walcott's cards. This is his 2023 Bowman Chrome Sapphire Edition first prospect card. We're going to look at that card in raw condition. We'll also look from 2024 Bowman. We have his Chrome Prospect Auto in raw condition, and then we're also going to look at the refractor out of $4.99 version of that same auto in raw condition as well. And you can see all 3 of these moving nicely up in the market over the course of the last 30 days. In fact, they've moved up quite a bit. 30 days ago, you could have got the raw copy of his first Sapphire card for around $21. Now it will set you back over $45. You could have gotten his raw 2024 Bowman Chrome Prospects Auto for around $53. Now that's a $100 card. And the refractor version of that in raw has jumped from $174 all the way up to $243. It's been a good month for his card prices. Now let's see if his future play on the diamond can justify these and more. We have another baseball prospect in the number 4 spot today because after all, it is that time of year during spring training when people get super excited about prospects and their cards go up. And that is the case with Samuel Basallo, the catcher prospect for the Baltimore Orioles. Now, Basallo is considered to be one of the top prospects in Baltimore's organization, and he has been making waves this spring with impressive offensive performances in spring training. In fact, on March the 7th, he crushed a bases-clearing triple in the first inning, and then 3 days later, he launched a no-doubt 3-run home run. But this breakout showing is no surprise, as Basallo was named the Eastern League's top MLB prospect last year while playing for the Orioles' AA affiliate. This year, he is expected to start in AAA with a potential call-up to Major League Baseball later this year. And guess what? That always helps a player's card prices whenever that happens. So people right now are getting on Basallo's cards early in hopes that occurs, and that's causing him to go up. And right here in Market Movers, you can see exactly what I am talking about. Look at that chart. You can see a lot of his cards moving up. Specifically, we're going to look at his 2023 Bowman Chrome First Prospect Auto Card in PSA 10 condition. We'll also look at his 2024 Bowman Chrome Mega Box Chrome Prospect Auto in raw condition. And then finally, his 2024 Bowman's Best of 2024 autographs. We'll look at that one in raw, and we'll also look at the refractor version of that in raw condition as well. But no matter which one of these you look at, you're looking at some nice increases. His 2023 Bowman Chrome Prospect Auto PSA 10 has jumped from $213 up to $253 over the last 30 days. And his 2024 Bowman Mega Box Chrome Prospect Auto has jumped from around $24 up to $42 in raw condition. And those Bowman Bests in raw, those autos have jumped from $16 up to $26, and the refractor from around $17 up to around $25. Some nice increases for Basallo. We are going with football for the number 3 card on today's list, and look who it is. He's back again. Justin Fields, now the quarterback of the New York Jets, because of course the Jets just locked up Justin Fields on a 2-year, $40 million contract with $30 million guaranteed. So Justin Fields is going to get a chance to start in the NFL once again for a third team. We'll see how this one goes. And look, last year he was, of course, with Pittsburgh, and he was actually decent. He started 6 games for the Steelers last season. He achieved a 4-2 record. He completed 66% of his passes just about and threw for 5 touchdowns and 1 interception. So those aren't bad numbers, but he was benched. He was benched for Russell Wilson, which I don't know that turned out a lot better necessarily, but look, Fields is now going to get a chance once again, and this time with the Jets, it's interesting because he's going to be reuniting with his former Ohio State teammate, Jets wide receiver Garrett Wilson, who a lot of people, of course, are excited about Garrett Wilson, and Garrett Wilson and Justin Fields are excited about getting to play together again, so maybe they'll have a good connection this fall. Time will tell, but there's certainly enough football card investors and speculators who are taking a chance on Justin Fields cards right now, hoping that the third time is a charm. Let's take a look here in Market Movers. And I've got 5 of his rookie cards on the screen. These are all in PSA 10. We're going to look at Fields' 2021 Prism Base in PSA 10, his Prism Disco in PSA 10, his Prism Red Ice in PSA 10. There it is right there on the screen. We're going to look at his Prism Silver in PSA 10, and then finally, let's look at his 2021 Optic Holo in PSA 10. And you can see from the chart, all of these really moving up quite a bit since the news of the Jets signing him broke. These are all up anywhere between about 39% and all the way up at 156% over the course of the last 30 days. His Prism Base has jumped from $15 to $27 in PSA 10. His Prism Disco from $42 to $66. His Prism Red Ice from $54 to $74. His Prism Silver from $94 to $163 in PSA 10. And his Optic Holo from $40 all the way up to $103 in PSA 10. Back to basketball for the number 2 card today, and it is Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham has been on the list a few times so far this season, and his cards are back on the list again. They're hot once again. Now, of course, we all know Cade Cunningham, a guard for the Detroit Pistons, and Detroit sports teams right now, they've seen a little bit of an unusual run of success recently. Detroit, unfortunately, has had many struggles over the years with their teams, but hey, the Lions are good. The Tigers are good. Now the Pistons are good as well. They almost have a playoff spot secured, and it has been Cade Cunningham's stellar play this season, his development, which is a big reason for that. Cade Cunningham is averaging almost 26 points per game. He is 10th in the league in scoring. He is also dishing out over 9 assists per game. That is the 3rd highest mark in the NBA. And recently in a game against the Wizards, he tallied 38 points, 10 assists, and 3 rebounds. Then followed that with a 31-point game against the Golden State Warriors. So hey, Cade Cunningham is for real, and his card prices, they're getting pretty real too. Let's take a look here at Market Movers. This is Cade Cunningham's 2021 Donruss base card in PSA 10. There it is right there. We're also going to look at his 2021 Prism Ice in PSA 10. Pretty cool card. How about his Prism Red Ice in PSA 10 as well from 2021? And then finally his 2021 Optic base card in PSA 10. These are 4 that we picked out. They're all moving up in the market. A lot of Cade Cunningham's cards. You could go higher end as well, and you're going to see upwards movement certainly over the course of the season as a whole. These 4 in particular they're moving up nicely. His Donruss PSA 10 has jumped from $29 up to $49 over the last 30 days. His Prism Ice in PSA 10 has jumped from $85 to $134, and the Red Ice has jumped from $100 up to $155 in the last 30 days. Those are some pretty nice increases for Cade Cunningham's cards. All right, it's time for today's #1 card. But before I give it to you, let me remind you that all of the charts and graphs from today's show are from Market Movers. And look, the sports card market is hot right now. And Market Movers is the ultimate way to track the price of any card and also to track your collection. So you can get daily alerts as to what your collection is worth, and maybe you might even know when it is time to sell while things are hot. So make sure to check out Market Movers. You can go to sportscardinvestor.com and click Market Movers in the main menu bar, or go to the App Store on your phone and search Market Movers in the App Store. Download the Market Movers app and get started for free today. All right, I'm excited about this #1 card. It is fitting. I swear I didn't plan this, but Jac Caglianone has been doing his thing in spring training, and Cags is a Florida Gator. He is close to my heart. He's coming to the top 5 today. While I'm wearing the jacket, it is only fitting. Now, Cags played both first base and pitcher for the Gators, so he's got the opportunity maybe to be a little bit of a two-way player in the pros. We'll see if that happens. He's the top prospect in Kansas City's whole organization. He's been turning heads in spring training and is maybe making a case for an opening day roster spot. Now, of course, Cags was selected 6th overall in the 2024 Major League Baseball draft. He had a stellar season at Florida last spring. This spring, he has continued his offensive dominance. He is posting a .500 batting average, 3 home runs, and an eye-popping 1.933 OPS. In addition, he's recorded exit velocities exceeding 114 miles per hour twice. That is a rare feat. So I am particularly excited to see what Cags can do once the regular season gets going. Let's take a look here in Market Movers and let's see some of his cards. So he's from 2024 Bowman Draft. That's where you're going to find Cags cards. This is his first Chrome Draft Picks auto card from Bowman Draft Chrome. There it is right there on the screen. So we're going to look at that in raw condition. We'll also look at the refractor number to 499 version of that same card in raw condition. And then we're going to look at the non-auto version, the refractor in raw condition. And then finally, we're going to look at the sky blue non-auto refractor in raw condition as well. But really, it doesn't matter which Cags card you have. If you have any Cags cards in your collection, they are up most likely over the last 30 days. These here are up between 38% and 161%. My goodness. His Bowman Draft Chrome auto, his first auto in raw, has jumped from $220 up to $304, while the refractor has jumped from $249 all the way up to $650 in raw condition. Incredible. And then the non-auto refractors jumped from around $20 up to about $34, and the sky blue refractor from around $41 up to $80. Hey, I'm excited to see Cags getting it done, and for those of you who have his cards in your collection, I'm excited for you. And I'm excited for my Florida Gators, if I haven't said it enough. Hopefully you guys are excited about March Madness as well. Let me know who you are cheering for in the comments. And don't forget to go download Market Movers. Go to the App Store on your phone and download Market Movers right now and give it a shot to track your collection. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon in my next episode. Take care.